Hello guys, and welcome to another video about Borderlands 2 save editing. And last time I basically just modded some of that, like, I'll load up this one again, remember, Xbox 360. I showed you how to load into your accounts and just basically just currency and your basic stuff. You can see this is still the last one that I used. I haven't tested this out yet, but I'm pretty sure it worked. And also, when more rewatching my last video, I realised I forgot to tick the dust, so I'm going to tick that because it was annoying me. Yeah, so that's all the same still. The hell? Oh, I don't even know what that is. I'll do that another time as well. Adding more stuff for me to do. So this week, this time, okay, that makes more sense. I'm going to get into the case of the backpack and bank tab, and no, actually, I'll do that for another video as well. But okay, so where is you going to want to decide what it's from? I'm just going to keep it in the base game. Have it in the base game. You just press new weapon, and you're done. So this is just basic, this is just keeping it all 100% legit, normal weapons. So here is where you can choose the type of gun, aka assault rifles, or launchers, or pistols, or SMG, or shotgun, whatever you want. Also, you can also choose the option of the manufacturer, so if you wanted it to definitely fire explosive rounds, that's how you can do it, by clicking torque, if you want certain skills to be higher than the other. So I'm going to start off by making a favourite gun of mine, which is my Dial Assault Rifle, and it's basically called the Varuk. You you must have heard of it if you're good at Borderlands 2. If you're not, then you crap, go away. Anyway, carry on. So there'll only be one option. I'm just going to use drag downs. So for the manufacturer grade, keep it maxed out at level 50, but if you've got the DLC, you can bump it up to 61 if you want to. But level 50, the game will read it as legit. If I put in level 51 and I hadn't got the DLC, then it will say this level's too high level, but you know, it's still going to appear that you're level 99, and that's how much SP you get, so your like health will be equivalent to it and stuff. So always leave that at 50 max, or 61 depending on what DLCs you've got. In game stage, have always the same as what you put the manufacturer. Now you've got all this stuff, which I'm going to go into now. So you've got the body, which will always be one option because there's only one body for guns, isn't there really? Well, if you pick like a different rarity, there might be 2 or 3 options. Now the grip, you've got one grip from each manufacturer for the assault rifles. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick the stuff from Dahl, because the Varul, if it's a legendary, will only have one. Sight will be the same as like the grip and the stock. On pistols there won't be stocks for the guns because you know they're pistols. I mean, you don't really need one, do you? Now the elements, some guns will have like no element available if it's Torg. If it's like the little Levy, which is always electrified, only shock will be available. I personally like corrosive weapons, so I'm gonna put that. Accessories, these things are like little modifications which modify like the damage or the bullet speed and stuff. So there's stat modifiers. They're a bit like class mods, I guess, or grenade mods, or whatever you want to be them like. So I want to shoot a bit faster as well. Actually, nah, let's go with the bandit clamp. Accessory 2, there'll never be one available, but I'll teach you. But I think I'll be able to put one of those in when I do the advanced one, which I'll do some point in the future. Material, there'll always normally be one if it's a legendary. And prefix, that will always be an empty drop down. Just leave that alone and it will name the gun what it's meant to be named based on what you've picked. Game stage, I've already been through that. It needs to be the same as your manufacturer grade. So, and that is literally it. And you don't need to save it, it's already there. It's that easy. So, no, it's still there. See, I clicked off of it. See, like, click on that, and then go back onto it. It's still there saved. So now another thing I'm going to get into is items. Now items, you've probably used items in the game if you're past. Well, if you put Liarsburg more or less, because these will be grenade mods, ammo drops, and what else will there be? Well, there's a lot of stuff. Artifacts, yeah, I forgot about those. Class mods, shields. So I'm going to go ahead. Shields are quite hard. These are a bit harder because there's a lot more options to choose from in like this, because you got all the Also got costumes and stuff, which, you know, they're a nightmare to do. So I'm just gonna skip to the shields. Oh, what the frick. Oh, god damn it. So let's go look for shields. So that'll be an S. Well, I hope it is, else there's something wrong. Okay, so obviously, as I said, it didn't come up with a name like it does with the Varrock, but it does come up if it's a Nova, if it's a Legendary and its stuff. So I'm gonna look for Amp Shields, because I'm not gonna lie, Amp Shields are awesome. Absorption, is it unsure? Absorption? I don't think it's actually here. I'm looking for the B shield, by the way, I forgot to tell you that. Would have been helpful. Okay, let's just go for this standard legendary. It's the orb shield, and balance, there'll only be one because it's a shield, there's not really much else. It can be, if you've picked that exact shield, I think that's the flaw with it, you should be able to pick your manufacturer, and, you know, like you do on the guns, it'd be a lot simpler. And have an extra one that's like type of item and shit. So manufacturer is by TDR. Manufacturer grade, I'm also going to set it to 50 because, as you know, I don't have the DLCs. You might do, so you can put it up to level 51. 61 maximum. If you go over, like with the guns, it will say that it's not available to you, and it's a bit annoying. So I'm just going to put all the TDR stuff on it, I think, which will be done. Delta, that will normally, some of these things might not be available on some, but normally there'll be like one that's only applicable for that thing to make it the legendary. Like Epsilon's not available, Zeta, Eta, Theta. Material will, and it'll always be one if it's legendary. Preset fix and title still unavailable, so I'm going to set the game stage. Remember, that has to be exactly your level. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the backpack. The bank, you know, I don't feel like I need. This will appear in the bank, which is at Sanctuary, I believe. They need to add one for the Claptrap bank, so you can give it to all your characters, but I think that will be quite hard to do. So I'm just going to put Bandit Launcher in there, just because, you know, because I can. The Bada Boom. As I'm running through this, yeah, I'm just going to set that as well. That one still has to do, the level 50 thing still applies. I'm just going to randomly do this because, you know, like the barrel, it's a gun again, so there'll only be one option. I'm going to quickly go through this, or fire one, what about that. Accessory 2, there's never one for some reason, for all the weapons that I've tried to make, and I've made quite a few weapons using this. But I'll go in that in the advanced one, which I'll do another day or something. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And all you need to do, save over it, save, and then you go into your horizon, which is, show you horizon, which is in my last video, which I showed you how to open and save and put it back in your Xbox. I haven't got my memory stick at the moment, so I'm just kind of like showing you stuff. So if you want to see that, go to my last video, like click on my channel. So don't forget to subscribe as well, and like and favourite. It will really help me make more videos and help you out a bit more in different games. This video's starting to drag on a bit, honestly, so I'm just gonna end it right here. Nope. Okay, bye. That's Horizon, by the way, you'll recognise it, whatever. So yeah, bye.